Hey everybody, compliance with NIST 800-171 is now essential for winning new contracts and sustaining the ones you have. Regulatory compliance can be complicated and expensive to implement, and the government isn't directly providing funding to really support these efforts and to meet these new requirements. Eventually, companies will make the choice to roll that into some of their pricing structure within their proposals and how they fund the contracts themselves. But nevertheless, right now, it's still a little bit of an unknown, and everyone's still trying to figure that out. To support the desktop environments, the network infrastructure, mobile devices, cloud-based environments, and the security and compliance initiatives that every company is taking on right now that's required by the government, small and even medium-sized businesses with one or two IT staff members can no longer provide the necessary skills to support. And as a result, are leaning on MSPs, IT support service companies to help fill the gaps from a skill standpoint, as well as kind of alleviate some of the costs, because quite frankly, having the expertise on staff and having the number of people to manage all of this is becoming a little unwieldy. So no matter how qualified or knowledgeable, a small team or a small IT team will not have time or the breadth of skills to architect, administer, and manage these environments in a secure way, and especially not a compliant way. With the MSP handling most every piece of hardware and data as a result of moving to an MSP instead of keeping it all internal, with the MSP handling most every piece of hardware, data, and IT services, an organization wishing to outsource their IT must assess the security practices of the MSP or of the IT support company to ensure that there's no unexpected risk and to make sure that they're not going to impact your compliance. While MSPs are valuable partners who reduce overhead and enable businesses to stay focused on their core mission, it is important to remember that MSPs will have access to documents, CUI, and any data that sits in your cloud tenant, including passwords, access codes, and even vulnerability information that you've recorded about your specific IT environment. There are several questions addressed in the blog that we have written about this particular subject, which you can find rather in the description if you're on YouTube, or if you're in the blog already, just keep reading. Or if you're finding this on social media, you'll find it in the post itself. So check out the blog, but specifically, I'd like to address one of the questions that's addressed in the blog, and that is, how does your MSP access and monitor your systems? So how do the MSP administrators remotely access your workstations, your servers, your networks? Does their remote monitoring and management system provide a full audit trail of access? Do you know who accesses each of your systems and when they do it and where they're doing it from, quite frankly? Supporting your environment remotely is a crucial component of MSP services. So you must ensure that they are accessing the environment that is in a way that is clearly audited, as well as that doesn't impact your compliance. Because quite frankly, how they're accessing it, where they're accessing it from, where they're storing information about every ticket, all of that has to be managed in such a way that it doesn't impact your compliance, because that has to be done in a certain way, and all that data has to be secured in a certain way. So hope you find this helpful. Continue to read the blog, and hopefully this answers many of your questions. Thank you.